to improve equity?
Equity. A number of measures. When I first started, I reached out to the, if you like, what we would call ICU schools, intensive care unit schools. That is a metaphor. So that's the first measure to try to give some sort of urgent help to school. And then we provide infrastructures for all the schools. For instance, high-speed internet. And then we have to look at teacher shortages in a number of remote schools. So a number of measures.
And can you describe your relationship with Cambridge and how Cambridge helps you to address the challenges?
It's almost 3 years now. I came to seek help from Cambridge in February 2015. And then since then we have had a long-standing and good relationship with Cambridge, particularly Cambridge assessment, Cambridge international exams. We have had curriculum reviews by the Cambridge assessment. Basically the idea, as was put in the meeting yesterday, that the modern curriculum should be teaching fewer things with greater depth, with rigors and so on. So I'm glad I did that with Cambridge. And then the other two ideas at Cambridge has helped a lot. Number one is the alignment and coherence of all the agencies to bring about education reform. And this is, if you like, essential in education reform. And then also the watchback effects from assessment, which we have done, and also reforming textbooks with Cambridge assessment. And there have been a number of other things. We send people to be trained in depth in assessments, and I have been meeting regularly with Cambridge, particularly my friend and colleague Timothy. And the most recent project we have had with Cambridge, and is going to be quite a big project, is for Cambridge to train and prepare our students for the next PISA round this year. So they are helping us to produce item banks, and also to train our people to produce item banks, what we call PISA-like.
What are the benefits to doing this?
The benefits, I think, is fundamental in that we are sure that we are on the right track, and we do not reform education just based on opinions. Opinions abound in education reform. People like to think that they know about education, but with Cambridge we know that whatever we do has the backup of evidence plus good and sound judgment. And I have somebody that I can check regularly that what I do is correct. So it's been a brilliant relationship with Cambridge.
And what are the challenges that Thailand is currently facing in the journey?
Our ministry itself is too big, too cumbersome, too bureaucratic, and it's very hard to get our people to there's a gap, if you like, between the policy level. That is because we are now on, if you like, on par. I have been meeting regularly with Cambridge, with OECD, whereas our people are still stuck in the rut. So we have big challenges.
And working with Cambridge rather than just doing this on your own has been very important to you.
It's a must. I would say I would encourage ministers, friends, and colleagues to do that.
How important is communicating this to education stakeholders?
Stakeholders.
Yeah, how important?
I mean, it's important, but whether they would listen, I don't know. So I think, look, strategies, you have to be top down. You don't communicate endlessly. Listening, communicating, listening, communicating. Then we end up having what we call NATO meeting. You know NATO meeting? No action, talk only, NATO. So I'm not communicating too much. Let's get on and do it. Okay.
And how's improving education look like for your country as a whole? Where have you seen the areas?
You need to have the, if you like, what success looks like. And you have to have international sort of standards to measure against. So I would hope that the next PISA round, Thailand would perform better.
Is there a specific area that you think you'll be performing better in, or is it across the board?
Across the board, reading and what PISA is testing. Okay.